and he's making noise at you. Oh, you got him.
I had him, dude.
Oh, he's up there now.
He's actually pretty cool. I got him, dude. I got him.
Would you give me all you got to give me? Would you break my fall? Cause you got me tripping, laces, going places, seeing faces, doing things I never do at all. Till I had you to break my fall. Be on me just one night, be on me, it's alright. Be on me just for now, be on me anyhow. Be on me just one night, be on me, it's alright. Be on me just for now, be on me anyhow. And I'll be the first to tell you that you set me for myself.
And I got a picture from my buddy Dave who does concrete, and he showed me what you have to do. And so I've got to make these circles that go inside the tubes that we got. And I think it's better to have circles. I don't know. I'll show a little diagram of what we're doing, but I'm just going to get them and make them here. You can buy them. They're a little tricky to make. So I just found this hole in this beam and I just pull it and just kind of work it over. See, I'm going to make a circle. So let me do this. Let me make some of these. I'll show you what they look like. Okay, here's what I made. They don't have to be perfect. They just got to fit in that tube, and I'll stagger them around, and then we'll support them with uprights. A little bit heavier duty uprights, but there we go. So we're gonna be doing something today at the cabin. I've been putting this off, but I have to do this because this is critical stuff. We'll take a look at it. I've never done this before, but I know that the code inspectors didn't pass some of this stuff, and I can see why. So this place, of course, or the deck is on stilts, right? And we're gonna have to replace this beam right here. And while I'm at it, I'm just gonna rebuild the foundation. I've got a tube that I'm gonna mix cement and pour that into, and we're gonna replace this. It's kind of sketchy. You can see it kind of bowing over. But what's really sketchy about it, if you look at it, is there's really nothing holding it in. The deck is just sitting on that, and it's split, and it's pretty much all decayed. And this right here, you can see, isn't even really tight. So yeah, this is pretty sketchy, man. This is holding up, and I mean, I don't know what would happen if that thing failed, but who knows, man. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for that. So we are gonna try to replace this today. I think what I'm gonna do, I bought 2 of these jacks right here, pretty inexpensive stuff. I am gonna get a jack. I'm gonna put a crossboard across here, a 2x4, and then I think we're gonna try to jack that one up, and I'm gonna have 2 of them. So I'm gonna try to have 2 of those jacks, just so if one doesn't, isn't working right, that the whole thing doesn't come down. But we are going to try to do this, and I'm gonna pray. Now this hillside here is filled with granite underneath, lots of it. I mean, this hill's probably built on granite. You can see over here, I mean, it's granite, right? I'm gonna pray that when I dig down here, that's not granite underneath that stone right there, because then that foils my whole plan of me trying to put a cylinder in there with cement. So I'm gonna do this one, and then we're gonna put some, we're probably gonna put some 4s, what is that? Whatever they are, I don't know what those are, but we're gonna put some wider beams in here. We're gonna get rid of, I think we're gonna get rid of this metal all thread. I don't know, I'm just not digging it. And I think we'll end up putting regular wood on that, and then I'll put a lag bolt through it. So let's get it. Let's hope we don't bring down the house here. Like I said, I've never done this before. It's kind of sketchy, but it has to be done. So let's get to it. One of the things we've done for our pillars is made this frame structure inside. It'll give it a little bit of strength, and it gives the concrete something to grab onto, so it has a less tendency to fall apart. I don't know, I was gonna use 4 of these, but I'm only using 3. So, but I think that should be enough, and we'll set that in there and get it going.
Right.
All right, well, I got the bracing off, and I'm using 2 jacks on this thing. It's not quite as heavy as I thought it was. I mean, it's not super light, but it's definitely not as like hardcore heavy as I thought it was gonna be. But I wanna show you this, man. Look at this nothing burger that was holding everything up. Just like nothing there. So basically that board was not doing anything for this structure. So
It was for looks.
yeah, it looked like it was. And now I'm thinking, because we're not going to reuse those, I think those poles are a bad idea because it rusts and water flows into it. And it just, everything I'm looking at that those have gone through looks decayed. So I think anything that I had those on, I'm going to replace. But this is a major one. I need to get this one done right here. So hopefully I can get it done. This ground's settling a little bit on this. I hope it still holds. I think it will. So we're going to be using the fast setting quick reet. And I'm telling you, when they say fast, it's fast. You have literally, I don't know, man, 5 minutes working time with that. It is that fast. So make sure that you're ready to move. There ain't no lollygagging. There ain't no, and when you set something in there, because we have this deal right here going in, it's fast. Like when you put it in there, you have just, I mean, I'd say you have 30 seconds to make it happen. So one thing I am going to do though is I'm going to water it down a little bit more than I did in the past on my previous one, because it sets up so fast, man. I'd like a little bit of wiggle room here. So, and then here is the frame structure in our tube. I think that's good enough. And then I'll kind of move it around, and then hopefully I can sink that into it. And I hope I got it lined up pretty good. I think I got it pretty close. So, man, I got up this morning. I'm so pumped up on how this turned out, because when I pulled that cardboard off, I was like, man, I bet it looks pretty bad under there. Like it's gonna be patchy. There'll be a hole in one side, but man, that actually came out really good. Really good. I'm super stoked on that. And it's 19 inches deep. So I don't know. I think that's going to do it. Put this board on, and then I think I'm going to do start on some other ones. But man, I am real excited right now on how rock solid that is. And of course, it got the approval of that ain't going nowhere. So pretty stoked, actually. I think I'm going to avoid this crisis that I've been worried about for a while. Well, we got it wrapped up. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. Crisis avoided, as we mentioned before. I don't think you could have paid anybody to come in and do that better. It's level. Before too, there's some wibble wobble here. That's gone. And it is straight as an arrow. Of course, that's rock solid. Probably take a pretty decent act of God to move that. But we're gonna get it on. We're gonna keep going. Gonna add some diagonals through here. There is no diagonals in this, man. You can feel it when you're in that house. It wibble wobbles a little bit. So hopefully we're all done. That will be removed. So we're going to keep going, and I'm going to try to, I'd like to get out and do some wake surfing today, but my goal is to get this done up. So we're going to keep going and get this thing secure for years to come. Years to come. Are you approve, right?
No, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than rotted wood.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you think about this. This still boggles my mind that this was holding up. Right here. Take a look. That was holding up the entire deck. So, yeah, I was probably waiting to come down. So, the main issue is fixed. But we are going to get here. You can see they've added, because this was starting to lean over, they added some 2x4s, which I guess is what you have to do in a makeshift situation. But the real fix comes in the replacement, which we're going to do here.
I still don't understand why they added the 2x4 but didn't add the other bracing up here. There's just a big gap.
I don't know. We're going to fix it all. We're going to fix it all.
This is termite heaven. Who knows how old these pieces of wood are? It's crazy.
Huh?
It's crazy how old. Who knows how old these are? Oh, and he's making noise at you. Oh, you got him.
I had him, dude.
Oh, he's up there now.
He's actually pretty cool. I got him, dude. I got him. Oh, that is so cool.
He's really small. The other one's bigger.
Dude, that is so rad. Oh, man, that guy's so awesome, dude. He's so huge.
Let's let him out in the rocks over here.
I want to hang on for a second. I need a cage.
No, he needs to be out in the wild.
I know.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Dude, he's awesome, though, dude. Isn't that cool?
Oh, he's shedding.
You know, look, just to see how big he is. Look, he's pretty big, dude. It's like, Nicole said that's as big as your arm, dude. Come
No,
on.
there's a bigger one.
There's a bigger one in there?
Yeah, the other one's bigger.
There is? Okay, we'll let this guy go.
Yeah,
But he's kind of cool because look, he's got that like, let me get in there.
Okay, let me go
He's
back.
got like a super snout on him. It's kind of neat, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, this guy's really neat though. I pulled the thing off on this deal and I didn't like what I saw. And that's this. See that right there? Now, I think that's one of two reasons, and I'm sure a concrete expert will show up here, but I think that I either A, had the concrete too wet, maybe not, and maybe that had pockets of water and then it dried up around the wall, I don't know. Or I didn't shake it, like, you know what I mean? Like once it's poured in, kind of like get something in there. But I didn't really do that with that. That's what's kind of crazy. I guess I did a little bit, but anyway, kind of a bummer here, but we're already going. I got to get this done too because it's supposed to snow tonight, or rain or snow or something, they said. So I wanted to get that in there. So kind of a buzzkill, man. We were moving too. Look at that. Oh well. Well, I think we got a lot of it done. In fact, I know we did. I'll kind of show you where we're at here. I'm in the home stretch. This was the area that I really didn't want to do. Well, I mean, there's just some parts in there I didn't want to do. So this is what we're doing on this side. And in the middle, I went opposite with it, like we talked about before. And this stuff really didn't have too much support before. It had some that was just kind of, you know, flopping inside there. I don't think it did much. But I'm thinking that this will keep these pillars from sliding around, right? It's going to hold them in place, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not a deck expert, but I think it's a lot better than what I had before. And these right here are now in there tight, where before, like I said, it was all threads that were kind of dangling and rotting out. And I am going to I did get some stain and some Thompson water seal, some clear Thompson water seal. So I'm definitely going to Thompson water seal it. And then I'm going to silicone the bottom. I'm sure that's a bad idea. Now I do have to come back later on and I have to figure out something with this. And that is whether I want to keep this area as a storage area or put some more bracing in like this. That would be from here going down to here and in the middle going down like that. But I'm going to redo this. I can't tell if this is treated or not. It doesn't look like it is, and I feel like it should be. So we are going to use treated wood on this and then seal it and then also build these, right? Because this right here has some cement in it, but it looks like to be about like maybe like a bag to half bag, where this is 4 bags, right? You can tell the difference, man. It's a lot sturdier, right? And it's in the ground pretty deep. So we're going to do that. We'll come back later. And I think I'm going to fill this too. If we have any wood experts here, I could really use some advice on what to do here, because what I'm planning to do is put like a resin in there, like just kind of do it and then put like a hard stain over the whole thing. And here too, which is just kind of bare wood. So yeah, we're going to rebuild these bottom sections. I'm not going to replace that beam just because I don't feel like hauling around beams or trying to find a beam that big. That thing is huge. So I'm not into trying to find that. Although it might be split right here. I could be wrong, but it could be. But yeah, man, we're in the nitty gritty. This thing I had to, let me show you this too, because I had to, unfortunately there's a boulder under here and I can't get, that dude's not moving. I ain't moving that boulder. So I couldn't really do the same pattern of going down like I did the other side. So we just had to go like that. But definitely a lot better. There's no more sway. You can push on it pretty good. And now it's not moving around. And I think when we get all this done, it's going to be even better. So there you go. An update to our deck work. I feel like now Rose isn't going to get it. She's not going to get our deck falling into her camper. I feel like we have the upper hand on this. So there you go. A little deck work. Thanks for joining us. This is Billy at BTUFF.